So what's going on, guys? I wanted to make a explanation video for my top 5 Z fighters. Now, as you can see, this is a little bit different video. It's more like a podcast format. Definitely an explanation of why I chose these characters. And also, you know, my last video, you could see my face and everything. But I thought it'd be cooler to see some awesome fan art, some awesome just overall images of the Dragon Ball Z characters that I chose. So let's talk Piccolo, number 5. Now, number 5 is definitely Piccolo, because I feel like Piccolo is definitely the brains out of this whole outfit. He knows what needs to be done. He takes care of business, even though he's not the strongest out of, you know, especially with the Saiyans. I mean, the Saiyans are always going to be one-up Piccolo, but Piccolo put aside his ego and absorbed Kami, and we had Kami and Piccolo finally together reunited. That's how much of a badass Piccolo is. He knows that he started off as a villain like Vegeta, and then you just came to just really like him. You saw the change, you saw the progression, you saw the growth, you saw his Grinch heart just go up like 10 times because of Gohan. So overall, I think Piccolo deserves that number 5 spot because he is the most underrated character in the Dragon Ball Z series franchise, as you could say, because he does help out Goku when he needs to be helped, especially with the planet Namek, especially with against Frieza. He bought time, and also against the androids, Cell at one point. I mean, Piccolo is like the wise, you know, kind of not just wise, like I want to say not too friendly, not, you know, not very outgoing, but he knows he'll speak up when he has to, and he definitely cares for Earth, and that's great because he is fulfilling that, you know, Kami role, and I think Piccolo definitely deserves that number 5 spot. Now let's move on to my number 4 Z fighter, and it's a very maybe controversial one, but I think rightfully he needs to be in this place. So number 4, we are talking Gohan. Now, Gohan started off as a little wimpy, a kid basically. But you know what the great thing about Gohan is he's like Goku when it came to the Dragon Ball Z series when it first started up. I mean, we followed Goku when he was a kid in Dragon Ball, and we see Goku progress as an adult. We see the same thing with Gohan. We see him start off as a baby, as a kid, and then progress as a young man and then a full adult. But with Gohan's story, it was a little bit richer because he was, you know, half Saiyan and half human. He definitely had connections to the Earth. He was a natural born Earthling. With Gohan, however, he's just such a likable character, especially when he was a kid, especially when he was a teen. My bad. Especially when he was a teen. As a kid, he wasn't as likable. He sometimes could be annoying, but when he was put into the training with Piccolo, and Piccolo giving him a bunch of obstacles to overcome, you saw his struggle, you felt his pain, and that's why I think a lot of people are attached to Gohan. And then when he progressed, and you see him, even though he kind of fucked up a little bit, even though he dropped the ball a lot of times, but I think you first really see it against Raditz. When Raditz was kicking Goku's ass, you saw Gohan really just deliver that berserk mode, and you saw something like there's something special within this kid. He hasn't reached his full potential. And then when he fought Frieza and he just did that melee attack against Frieza after Frieza was hurting all his friends, I mean, you just saw even more. And at that point, you know, you still kind of cared for Gohan. He still kind of could be a little bit annoying. But then when he really entered that Cell Saga, you just saw a different Gohan. You saw a Gohan basically before your eyes that was a badass and that he could carry his father's legacy. And it was so well thought out, well written, worth the wait, because he really did capture that sense of when Goku was a kid and then when Goku grew up, maybe even so a little bit more because of all the struggle, of all that just trying to let out his full potential, trying to help, knowing that he's, you know, maybe he's not a fighter, but then again, really just taking the mantle and really and just leading the torch and becoming far superior than Goku and Vegeta, and they're full pure Saiyan. So, and even Trunks, But Gohan has always been one of the characters I thought was the most badass, especially when you enter the Cell Saga. Even when you got to the Buu Saga, you still liked Gohan. You wish that he was a little bit better written in his adult years, and especially later on, especially in Super. But, you know, Gohan, Kid Gohan to Teen Gohan, and then Future Gohan. I mean, I don't really want to count Future Gohan since I have Future Trunks in here. So I'm just going to go with Kid, Teen, and even a little bit Adult Gohan. And that's why he's my number 4 pick, because this kid, like, he really did carry that Dragon Ball Z series. He really did make the endings all worth the wait and really just put a bow on it. So Gohan is my number 4, and he's one of the most badass characters. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be very just, you know, it's a controversial list. This is my top 5. I know a lot of people wouldn't put these characters in these certain places. People would say, where the fuck's Krillin at? Krillin should be way higher up on the list if we're talking Dragon Ball. But it's my list, and this is Dragon Ball Z. And I just feel like this is going to be the most controversial number 3 ever. But this is how I feel. This is how I felt for this character. And I think I enjoyed the other 2 characters just a little bit more than this character, even though this character is the main protagonist of the overall series, or franchise, I should say. And that is Son Goku. Yes, Goku is my number 3. Now, the reason being is, you know, I love Goku. I think Goku is a funny character. He eats a lot. I love when he eats a lot. He's powerful. He takes it to a whole nother level. Everybody looks up to him. Everybody loves Goku. I love Goku. However, there was the sense of he was always still a child, even when he grew as an adult. And don't get me wrong, it's cool to have childlike features like Naruto when he grew up a little bit. However, with Goku, it just seems like I kind of wish he kind of wised up and became more of a mentor, but that's just really nitpicking if you want to think about it. Also, the fact that it kind of pissed me off a little bit that he would leave his family a couple times and really just when in Dragon Ball Z, he knew that his son had the potential, and he even saved Earth almost saved Earth by taking Cell to King Kai's planet. I always felt like a little bit of abandonment with Goku, a little bit of one-sided mind. Of course, Goku's full Saiyan, and of course, Goku is Goku. However, that maybe I was just a little bit resentful towards the character, but don't get me wrong, I absolutely love Goku. I think Goku is an amazing character. I love the battle with him and Frieza. I love the fight with him and Cell, and him believing in his son and saying that his son definitely has that hidden potential, and he was smart enough to know that Gohan is the one to defeat Cell. He just wanted him to watch what Cell did in his fighting techniques. Goku has always been such a likable, lovable character. You can't really stay mad at him, even though, you know, the father issue question comes to mind. However, you could tell he loves his friends. He loves Earth. He is an Earthling. He feels he's an Earthling. You love the chemistry he has with Vegeta. You always root for the guy. You want him to get more powerful. You want him to ascend to the next level. And I just absolutely love Goku. And there is some things that I don't like about Goku, but I feel like Goku's number 3 spot is definitely, I would love to put him higher, but these 2 other characters just did it more for me. Now we're getting to the nitty-gritty, the last 2. And number 2, I mean, it was a hard one. I had to choose between these 2 characters. And at one point, I think number 2 would have been number 1 in elementary school, even in junior high. However, as I grew older, I tend to, rewatching the series and just loving Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, you find out that, you cater to this character a little bit more than the other than you used to. But number 2 he's still a badass. He still had so much depth in his film that he was in. The movie all about this character was phenomenal. Probably one of the best Dragon Ball Z movies to ever be created, to ever be released. And that I am talking about, which character is Future Trunks. Now, that's why I didn't want to count Future Gohan, because Future Trunks is his own character. While it's a little bit confusing if me saying that, But I'm not talking about Trunks of the Buu Saga. I'm not talking about Trunks in GT. I'm talking about future Trunks, the one that his whole world became an apocalypse, and that his motivation to help people, seeing everybody die before him, never getting to meet Vegeta, his father, his mother raising him, his love for his mother, his gifted abilities, being half Saiyan and half Earthling, his wanting to just make a brighter future, and going against the two androids at that time were beast. He couldn't defeat them until he went to that certain timeline where he helped Goku and the others, gave them the medicine and everything, and then he went back to his own timeline and defeated the androids. Future Trunks has always been such a great character, and like I said in my other videos, that he really takes care of business. When he met Frieza and just demolishing him and his father, not even hesitating, not even playing around. He gets the job done. When he went to the hyperbolic time chamber, you felt his pain. You felt his struggle. You felt, we all been there. We've always wanted to impress maybe a certain somebody. You've always wanted people to say, or you wanted to have that person say, look at me, I'm trying my hardest, I'm just as good, notice me. And that's what I felt with Trunks. That's why I felt such a great connection between them, because he loves his father, yet he kind of understands his father, yet he can't really understand his just thick-headedness. But with Trunks, he is just clear-minded. He knows what he has to do, especially when he went against Cell. He knew that he lost the fight. He was in despair, yet he still came back. He still, helped out the Z Fighters. And I think Trunks is one of the most likable, relatable characters in this whole series of Dragon Ball, because he just, you felt his pain, you felt that timeline. And that film, when he lost Gohan, I mean, it was just one of the most epic, saddest moments ever. And the transformation is one of the best transformations, just because of the weight it had towards it and that story plot line. So Future Trunks by far is number 2 in my list. My number 1 pick, and that is Vegeta. Vegeta has definitely, over the years, just won me over. His underdog story is one of the best. His transformation from bad to semi-bad in the events from the Saiyans when they first arrived to now in Super. I mean, he's like a Piccolo if you think about it. But with Vegeta, this guy, you really felt this guy. You really felt that even though he was whiny, even though he was arrogant, even though he was a douche, basically, you really just felt for the guy, because you knew Goku was always going to be one step ahead of him. And sometimes it got annoying, because he always wanted to surpass Kakarot. He always wanted to fight Kakarot. However, when he was in the spear that Bulma's dad made, and he's going, negative the gravity chamber or whatever, and he's just upping that baby, and he's barely struggling to just train within it. I mean, that scene. And then him blowing it up. That scene when those, that Bulma and Vegeta scene, even though that was a Bulma and Vegeta scene, damn, man, Vegeta just he has a heart of a lion, man. He has a blood of a Saiyan. You really feel that. I mean, I of Mexican kind of heritage here, and you feel that pride. I think that's why I relate to Vegeta so much, is because I feel like my family loves to fight. We have honor in fighting. We want to go against the best. It doesn't matter if you're small, medium, or big. We will go against you. We don't care if you're bigger than us. So with Vegeta, that's how he is. He doesn't care. He wants to surpass you. He wants to be the best. You feel that determination. It is like a pro athlete wanting to strive to be the best. And though he may be douchey, you respect the hell out of him. You respect all the struggle he has, because he knows he has that one opponent that he just can't match. So when the epic fight, when he finally got his second fight between Goku, and and Goku really, Vegeta was stronger than him, but of course Goku was hiding Super Saiyan 3. I mean, you just felt for the guy even more, but you really felt that transformation when he sacrificed himself to save his son and Goten against Buu. And even though the it didn't work, that's when you saw, like, damn, the Buu. One thing about the Buu saga, even though it was kind of a mess, that particular battle between Vegeta and Buu was very masterful in the growth of Vegeta, because Vegeta knew that, listen, I mean, this is not just me. This is my family. I am an Earthling now. I am proud to be an Earthling. But I'm more proud to be a Saiyan. However, this is my home right now. So I'm going to protect my loved ones, even though it's hard for me not to show it. I mean, you respect the hell out of this guy. And then when Goku basically had to be the one to take out Buu, Vegeta knew, you're number one, Kakarot. You're number one. You bested me. Every time I try to reach you, you just beat me down. You bested me, Kakarot. You are the best. That takes a lot. And that's particularly why Vegeta is definitely number one, because he, being as arrogant, being as douchey, striving to be number one, and finally admitting, that's growth right there. That's just acknowledgement. That's no BS, man. That's not hypocritical or any of that bullshit. I mean, that's just straight up telling you, you know what? I'm a man up. I'm going to say you're the best, and there's nothing I could do about it. I'm going to keep training my ass off to try to catch up to you, or even try to surpass you, because I still believe I can. However, right now, in this particular moment, you're the only one that could save everybody. You're the best. You've always been the best. And you're always going to be that somebody that I'm going to strive to beat. I respect the hell out of Vegeta. You don't have to like Vegeta. You don't have to like his character. I mean, even though his whole planet got destroyed, he was basically a slave to Frieza. But, man, Vegeta is my number one. He is the best in my mind as a character. Of course, I wish he gets more shine in Super, but I don't know how it's going to go towards the end of the season. But Vegeta number one. So thank you guys for listening. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I have definitely more top fives and more explanations I have to do, but I definitely want to make more of these videos. So if you like it, please like the video. And like I said, subscribe. I have so much other content as well. We have everything Dragon Ball, a lot of anime, a lot of TV shows, more film on the way. So thank you guys for listening. I am Dan the Man, aka Dan the Son, and I am out.